Hello and Merry Christmas! Today we have Santa with his snowball gun ready to take on the Grinch known as Earle. Now the gun we'll be using is a Cryolator with anti-armor, faster fire rate, and reduced AP cost. The AP cost reduction helps a little bit, but you can see it's still pretty high at 18, especially for an automatic weapon. So most of the time I'm not going to be able to empty the clip before I run out of AP, so that will be probably the big limiter with this fight. It is a heavy gun, so I do have heavy gunner perks to help increase the damage. I also have Cola Nut. I'll be trying out Nuka Dark. I've never actually used it before, but it should increase my luck. Exactly by how much, I don't know. I think it only lasts a couple of minutes, so hopefully I have enough to last through the fight. I have Chem Fiend because I will be using Overdrive, so we want to extend the duration of that as long as possible. We have Party Boy. That should help with Nuka Dark and also help with Sweetwater Special Blend. Happy-go-lucky, Nuka Dark is alcohol, so drinking that will give us a little bit of extra luck on top of what we get from Nuka Dark. Tenderizer to increase damage. This is a stealth weapon, hopefully, so hopefully I can stay hidden, so Covert Operative to increase damage. Obviously staying hidden will be super important, so we do have Sneak, and we have Escape Artist. We have Gun Fu, and we have to take care of Wendigos. Use as little ammo as possible, so increase our damage when swapping targets. And Adrenaline, increase our damage with each kill. We have Bloody Mess to increase damage, and we'll be doing critical hits. That's going to be doing the most of the work here, so better criticals and critical savvy. And we have follow through to increase sneak damage. Now we do have Eagle Eyes, which will give us extra critical hit damage. Blight Soup gives us extra critical damage, and we will also be using Company T, there it is right there, Company T to increase our AP regen. Because we'll be going through our AP constantly, having the regen as high as possible will be super helpful. I also have, I think, one or two pieces of armor that have AP regen on them as well, so that should be enough. Now, as far as other buffs, we do have a Big Guns bobblehead, which will increase the damage from the Cryolator. We'll use that right now. And we have a Grognak the Barbarian 2, which will make it 20% harder to be detected. So I think that'll be, that should help a lot because I am using Secret Service armor, so it is not shadowed. So let's see, it sounds like the rubble has fallen. Yep, so let's do that one. And let's take Overdrive. I've never actually used the Cryolator in a boss fight before, so I really don't know how this is going to go. It may go really wrong. Damage is okay, but yeah, you can see we are chewing right through that AP. His health bar is moving a little bit, but oops, yeah, we can't stay in VATS. Got to get out of VATS to let our AP come back. So yeah, I do have canned coffee I can use if this thing becomes too difficult. But I like to avoid using that if I can. I just, I don't really enjoy spamming the consumables like that, at least not one after the other. So let's see how we're doing. Yeah, his health bar is, this may take a minute. Damage isn't super high. We are staying in caution though, so that is good. But yeah, the damage is not fantastic. That is one of the downsides about using a heavy gun outside of power armor. Without the benefit of Stabilize for that extra armor penetration, which is why I'm using an anti-armor rather than something like 2-shot or quad or, well, I mean, I can only use what I have. I have this one and I actually have a quad version, but since I don't have any armor penetration without power armor, this is the one I decided to go with, besides the fact that quad really wouldn't help so much. I mean, it's basically beneficial for me to reload because it lets our AP come back. Well, we are moving his health bar, so that is a thing, so that's helpful. And so far we're staying hidden, which is important. If we get detected, that's when our damage will just fall apart. But yeah, this is oh, and he does have one health bar. I haven't actually done this fight since, at least not solo, since he went to the single health bar thing. So I forget that he just has a lot more health than before, but his health bar will not regenerate when he gets down to the halfway mark. So it shouldn't make much of a difference. The length of the fight probably will be about the same either way. The only difference is that when the health bar regens, you can get a situation where there's a little bit of lag, and so some of your damage may, like while he's regenning, some of your damage may not count. So this should eliminate that issue. But yeah, this is definitely taking longer than it would if I was using my handmade. I got all that, let that AP come all the way back. But yeah, I'm only able to fire about 20 shots before I run out, which isn't a ton. I need some boost that like doubles my AP. But this actually does really nice damage. It's not on par with, I mean, I'd be doing a lot more if I had a fixer or a handmade. But Actually, even a 10 mil pistol, just because of the constant reloads. I mean, that's probably the biggest limiter here. The high AP cost just makes this extremely grindy versus something like, I don't even know. Like honestly, if I had a quad pipe gun, I'd probably do this quicker, just because the AP cost is so much lower and I wouldn't be reloading constantly. Well, not reloading, but I wouldn't have to stop and let my AP come back constantly. But we are making looks like we're about 25%, so this is gonna be a little bit of a thing. All right, so we got his health down. It looks like it's a little bit below 50%. We are just chipping away. This is basically feels like a war of attrition. So we're at about the 7.5 minute mark. So it's taken a while. So this is not going to be, I didn't think it would be a quick fight, but it's probably taken a little longer than I would have anticipated. It's just that AP cost is such a problem with this gun. You just can't have any kind of sustained fire. I just realized that my overdrive wore out, so I was doing quite a bit less damage for the last couple of minutes of this fight, so less than ideal. But we've rectified that situation, and what we just took should last us till the end of the fight. Hopefully our health holds out. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, we do have gun fu maxed out, but unfortunately with a gun that has such high AP cost, and all the enemies here are fairly tanky, that it's really not doing us much good at all. And because we're staying hidden, there's not really a ton of Wendigos to deal with, so adrenaline isn't really helping. I mean, it's doing a little bit here and there, but it's not a big factor in this fight. It's mostly just perseverance and critical hits that are gonna get the job done here. Yeah, and typically when gun fu switches, we're out of AP, so we have to leave VATS anyway. So, not adrenaline's helpful with a few Wendigos that we've got, but gun fu, I would say it's a non-factor in this fight. In fact, it may actually be hindering a little bit, because we actually don't want to stay in VATS. So rather than switching on kill, it's probably more beneficial to drop out of VATS completely on a kill. And adrenaline's kind of a big bonus. I do have it maxed out. There's not a ton of enemies, so yeah, using a few stim packs here and there. His blind fire poison is, it's a thing. I think I have one piece of poison resistance armor. So I have some resistance, but not a ton. But we are close. We are closing in on getting rid of the Grinch. And when I say close, probably still have a couple of minutes left. We are not doing a ton of damage here, but we are doing enough damage. This is not. I would say going forward, this would not be my first weapon of choice for this fight. Okay, we are very close. All right, I think we're ready to put the finishing touches on Earle right here. We're almost ready. Here we go, right now. Oh, so close. So close. One little the round of hits should take him down, I think. There we go. Christmas is saved. With Christmas saved, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Thank you very much.